Hi, and welcome to Mr. Wilson Teaches Little Warrior Edition, and this project is called Monster Mash. So I'm going to walk you through step by step how to make your own monster creation. You can use whatever medium you want. I use pencil, Sharpie, and colored pencils, but we'll talk about that a little later in the video. So here's the monster that I created. So this is a land monster. You're going to walk through with me, and you won't know exactly what it's going to look like till you follow along with the video, because it's going to dictate what you're going to be drawing, which is exciting. So follow along, post up, and do the show and tell Flipgrid when you're done. So I'd love to see what you make. Alright, so today we are making monster creations, and I want to make sure that all of ours are different. So we're going to answer some questions before we start your actual monster, and then I need you to follow along with the answers that you gave, because it's going to change what your monster is like. So on a little piece of paper, it can be a big paper, it doesn't matter, you're going to label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are going to be your 6 answers, and they're going to tell you what your monster is going to look like in the end, but you don't necessarily know what you're going to be doing yet. So number 1, you're going to write land, sea, or air. So you can choose 3 different ones: land, sea, or air. I'm writing land. Here, I'll do this in marker so you can see it better. So I wrote land. Number 2, you're going to write a shape. So you got circle, square, rectangle. You can make up a shape if you want to make up one. You can do cone, cylinder, all sorts of things. So I'm going to put an oval. Number 3, you're just going to write a number. So the number can be anywhere from 1 through 10. So a number. I'm writing 3. Number 4, you're going to write a mood. So a type of feeling: happy, sad, angry, hungry, tired, whatever it happens to be. I'm going to write angry. Number 5, you're going to put another number, anywhere from 2 through 12. I'm going to put 6. And then the last one, number 6, you're going to write down your favorite color. My favorite color is red. So these will help you make your monster to be your own, and I'll talk about what each of those mean as we go. I'm just going to take the little piece of paper, a note, and just set it aside for now. We're going to keep going back to that. Okay, so monster creations. When you're creating something new that's never been created before, a lot of times you'll have to restart. You'll have ideas as you go. You might finish the whole thing and then think, oh, I actually would rather do this. So a lot of times when I create stuff, I make it like 6 different times before I get one you like. So don't feel like the very first one you do has to be the one you turn in, because we're not just doing this to get it done. We want to create something that's going to be cool and that we like and that other people will enjoy. And sometimes that takes a couple tries, which is fine. So the first thing we're going to do is look at our first answer, which was land, sea, or water, and that's going to tell you where the monster is going to live. So my monster is a land animal. So land is pretty simple. I just draw a line. So this is the horizon line. That's the part where, notice I'm using pencil too. I'm going to switch to Sharpie later. So this is the line where the sky meets the land or the water. If you were doing an underwater one, so let's say I chose water. I'll do this in Sharpie so you can see. I would start with some waves up top. Now we know we're underwater. If I was doing an air monster, I could start with something as simple as a couple clouds, or I could do like the top of a tree. Something to show that I'm in the air now. So those are some easy starters, just to give the audience an idea of where I'm placing this monster. So I'm on land, and the next thing I did was my shape. So I chose oval, that was number 2. So I'm going to start with an oval shape. So So this is the body of the monster. So I've got an oval. Clean this a little closer so you can see. Notice it goes over the land. So I'm going to erase that out because I know that I want him to look like he's in front of the landmass. So I don't draw things like right on the edge of the earth. I draw them a little lower and it's going to look better. All right, so there is my shape, my oval. That's going to be what you use to make that. And then the next one is my number. My first number that I picked is how many eyes this has to have. So mine has to have 3 eyes. So some of you, if you pick 10, that's a lot of eyes, but you got to figure out where to put them because you picked the number. So we can't go back on it and you can't change your mind. We're going to have to use what we decided. I'm going to start with 3 eyes. I'm going to put these all in a row right on the body. So you can draw a head, like if you wanted to add another mass on. I'm going to draw them on the body. I'm going to do big circles. It's going to be sort of cartoonesque. So I've got my 3 eyes all in a row there. And then he's going to be angry. So a good way to make someone angry is to add in eyebrows that go down a little bit. He almost has a little unibrow here. I've got my eyes that go down, so that's a good indicator. For a nose, I'm just going to put 2 lines, almost like a reptile nose. You can do different types of noses. And then for the mouth, I'm going to have it facing down. Alright, so he's got some fangs in there too. So there's my angry mood. Alright, your next number, so the answer number 5 was how many limbs it's going to have. So I have to do 6. So this could be 6 arms and maybe it has no legs. It could be 4 legs and 2 arms. It could be 1 set of wings and then 2 arms and 2 legs. Whatever it happens to be. If you only got 1, you got to get creative. Maybe it has a fin. If you chose 3, maybe it could have like 1 arm and 1 wing. So you can pretty much do whatever you want with that. I've got 6, so I'm going to do my legs first. They're going to be really short and tiny legs. And then for arms, I'm going to do, let's have them, I'm going to draw them some muscle. He's going to be flexing. I'll go over this with Sharpie too. It'll be easier to see once it's in marker. I just like to do pencil first in case I mess up. And then I have to have 6, so I got to have another set. So let's have some also going down. And there's nothing that says they have to be human arms, so you could do however many fingers you want. Alright, so there's my 6 limbs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, the last one, 6. The number 6, I picked red. That's just the color it's going to be. So now you just get to have some fun and create whatever you want on this. So I'm going to add some more stuff. So I'm going to add some smaller ears. I'm going to add some hair. I'm going to add a different color on the stomach. It's actually going to have some polka dots on them. I'm actually going to thicken these up just a little bit. That makes more sense. And let's see if there's anything else I want to add here. I think that's pretty good for now. Okay, so let me go over this quick in Sharpie so you can see it a little better. So usually I'll do pencil first. I'm just going to color in with marker or crayon. I usually like to do an outline first. Sometimes some of the detail can get lost when you use marker, so gotta be careful that you don't push down too hard. You can also do this in pen. Pen works pretty nice, and then you get a thin line. Or you could just leave a pencil and color it. Some earrings on him. Alright, so when you decide what to color with, you can use Sharpie, you can use marker, you can use colored pencil, crayon, pretty much whatever you got around the house. Some of you really just like working with pencil too. So if you wanted to do some sort of pencil, just shaded drawing, there are a couple other videos here on my channel about how to use pencil the right way and do shading. So if you watch one that's called Graphite Still Life, it'll show you a bunch of different techniques on how to use pencil and make it look realistic. Alright, so there's my monster. I'm also going to draw some stuff in the background. So when you create characters, environment's really important. So I don't want it just to be this like floating character. So on our last project, that warrior challenge, that's all it was just a floating person. A lot of you added backgrounds, which actually was really impressive, and it made them look way better. So when you add a background, it tells a story. So it's important to give this some sort of environment that it lives in. So I'm going to have him walking a dog. I'm going to have around his wrist here, he's going to have a leash. And because this is a monster, I'm going to do like a crazy dog. It doesn't have to be realistic. You know, it'd actually be fun if you have a dog, if you took your dog or cat or made it into a monster. And then when you do your show and tell on this, you can tell us all about it. That'd be fun. Alright, let's see. And this dog is going to have a lot of legs. Let's draw a tail first. Alright, so he's got 8 legs. I'm going to keep drawing some spikes on him. And he's going to have a snake tongue. Okay, so my guy's out on a walk with his dog. I'm going to draw a sidewalk coming out from the back here. Anytime you want something to look more in perspective or space, you just have lines sort of go back. And it'll automatically make it look like in some sort of environment that keeps going back and back and back. That helps. Alright, so he's at the park, up in the sky. I don't really like drawing a straight up sun, but a lot of times I'll draw a moon. So let's say the monster's out at night. Alright, so there's our moon. Got some clouds going behind it. Maybe there's some bats out. Okay, so there is my monster in his environment. Now we get down to the color part. I'm going to color this. I'm going to speed up the time so you can just see it as I color and finish it up. I'm going to bounce around from some different types of media. I'm going to use Sharpie, colored pencil, maybe some crayon. I don't really know yet, but I'm going to mess around with a lot of this and we'll get through it really quick, okay?